What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 32, season 4 of the Monday Night Wars. I am Chad Talks, and joining me as always is...
I think it is. Keep going.
Jmack Gaming.
Keep talking.
And we are here at No Mercy, the Raw exclusive pay-per-view.
Yes, it is.
It is?
32.
Perfect. Look at us go.
32.
Look at us go.
32.
Justin.
What?
No Mercy.
Yes.
It's here.
Yes.
In the flesh.
Yes. We're here.
We're here.
Louisville, Kentucky, home of the Louisville Cardinals, the Louisville Slugger. That's it.
That's it.
Kentucky Fried Chicken is there.
Gotta love KFC.
Lamar Jackson will probably go there in his career. You don't know that. You don't know where Lamar Jackson went to school. He did go to Louisville.
Well, it makes sense that he would pop it back in there then.
That's so funny. Last year, Chad.
Yeah.
I'm going to go over last year's card.
Sure.
We started off with Kishi defeating Joey Matthews.
Nice.
And Bryan Danielson defeating Ricky Steamboat. We also had Kurt Angle defeating Jushin Liger to open the card.
Nice.
Both of these men are on the card tonight. This is the card right here. This is it.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what's coming tonight. Mark Henry, or Sean Daivari defeating the Big Boss Man. We saw I'm a big boss man. Mark Henry defeating Kaiji Muto. Lenny Lane and JBL. Or Lenny Lane defeats JBL and Buff Bagwell to retain the European Championship. The Rock defeated Alex Wright and then Slap.
And then a slap. The slap heard around the world.
Oh, I think Alex Wright slapped The Rock. Edge and Christian defeated the Rat Boys. PJ Black defeating Dean Malenko to win the IC belt for the first time. PJ Black is, if I can remember, like he is. Don't look at that stuff. Don't look at that stuff. He's like a 2-time champion.
There we go.
Look at him.
Look at him.
He only had 2 defenses in like 8 months. Was he hurt or was I just not doing shit with him? What were you doing in 01? Brother, you won the belt and then you did. Oh, because it's brand exclusive and I don't like running title matches really. I used to didn't like running title matches on Raw and SmackDown. PJ Black against Davey Boy. That was a match.
That was a match.
Don't look at this either. Fuck. Where am I going? I'm panicking. And then the main event, Brock Lorton.
Brock Lorton.
Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton defeating Shawn Stasiak and Triple H.
Nice.
Chad. And then the year prior was Unforgiven. Remember, it was Unforgiven back in the day, Chad.
How could I forget?
Rock defeating Stasiak to win the belt. Kid Cash, PJ Black, Mark Henry.
Do we need to go over the Unforgiven card 2 years ago?
Yeah, look at the names on here, Chad. ICP had a tag title match.
Yeah.
You would have never known, Chad.
You're right.
The people,
and I got an 81.
Del Santo and Taker, Carlito and Epico. Angle was on the pre-show against. This is pre-Angle becoming Angle, and then 1999 Owen and Austin was the main event, and Edge and Mark Mero, Eddie and Angle, Jeff Jarrett and Paul White defeat the Handbangers, Booker T beat Triple H, and Mystico and Kurgan. What a show. What a show. We have a short pay-per-view, so I'm just, giving a little bit of time, Chad. We're here at Freedom Hall. Let's run the show now, Chad.
Jump right in.
The angle that we know that I missed at SmackDown, it was really just to build and make official that this match right here, it will be a last man standing match tonight. It was basically, you could basically tell that's where I was going with it, because Triple H, he just wouldn't die. He just kept getting up. He just couldn't put him away. Did you just fart or did you just move you in a chair? Okay, I was like, God damn, that was a stank.
No, I moved my foot.
Yeah. So last man standing, Triple H, Sean Morley tonight. Chad for the IC belt. I gotta go find. Where's my? This poor book is seeing some better days. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let's. I'm looking at this 1 second. 8 and 4. So now you are, as of right now, Chad, you are 16 and 13.
Nice. Let's try to strengthen this gap a little bit.
I feel like that's not the right math, but I guess it is.
I started off not that great.
3-5 in Backlash. You were 5-4 the week after, and 8-4 now. So that it does make sense. Now I'm just doing math wrong in my head. We go into it though. We got a pre-show battle royal, Chad.
Ooh.
Our favorite, the pre-show title on the line. Who's gonna win? Scott Vick, Sick Boy.
Sick Boy.
God damn it. Teddy Hart was the final elimination. Paul Lemon with the most eliminations. Scott Vick getting the job
Wins
done.
the pre-show title. Has he won the pre-show title before?
Has he? That's a real good question. Scott Vick is no. He's won the 24/7 about 4 times. Sick Boy, Sick Boy, Sick Boy, Sick Boy, with no space. What the fuck was that about?
Weird. I don't know.
Was that a day where you brought him in for a day?
Maybe. Oh, yeah, you know what? I think it was.
And he had a weird gimmick where he didn't have a space in his name. All right, let's keep her going. You know the pre-show highlight package. Triple H, Sean Morley, our main event. You see Kurt Angle, PJ Black, Psychosis. Everything's building. I forgot to take a goddamn fucking picture. Don't look, Chad. I'm all over them. I'm usually like this in pay-per-views too. Just look away. Look away. I'm actually going to move this over so people can't even look at it either.
Enjoy the golf course.
Hey, this is hole 7 what I was talking to you about, Pebble Beach. The most
nice.
iconic course. All right, let's just, as I bring it up on this page. Absolute. We're starting off right. Oh my God, a 98 on the angle.
Wow.
We start off, Chad.
Yeah.
With Gillen Martin and Gabriel Burton taking on Dynamo, Jushin Liger, and Keiji Muto. You know, Martin and Burton, they've been on I wouldn't say the rise, but they have been on TV. They're on a little bit of a roll. And they really just, made their mark and winning a couple tag team matches, and they got the eyes and the ears of the veteran tag team in the back. Jushin Liger and Keiji Muto. Dylan Martin and Gabriel Burton, you heard last week where they said it's an honor to get their debut pay-per-view match against 2 legends of the business. It's Martin and Burton taking on Dynamo, Jushin Liger and Keiji Muto. Chad.
I'm going to say, even though he is the newly crowned IWGP World Champion, I'm going to give it to Gabriel Burton and Dylan Martin.
Oh, I forgot. He is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, defeating a 70-year-old Antonio Inoki. He might not be 70, but regardless. And the opening match, it was a hell of a match, but the experience of Liger Muto get it done, and they defeat Martin and Burton here, 15-51. Jushin Liger and Dylan Martin. They're the ones that are in the ring for the pin. Liger hits it with them. Hits a Liger bomb on Martin, and the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion gets the job done for his team.
That's fair.
A big match, a big win.
No, I think that was the right call.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that was the right call. I did think you were going to hotshot him, though. But
No. We're going to slow burn some people. And they shake hands. Liger and Muto raise their hands up, raise Martin and Burton's hands up, and they bow to the ring so Martin and Burton can get their shine here at Freedom Hall. 2 respectful legends of the business, Chad. Yeah. Giving the young kids some time to shine here.
Nice.
All right, we move on. And look who's arrived to the ring. It's the BMD, the Black McMahon Dynasty. You already know. It's the 6. It's the big 6, Chad.
It's the big 6.
They're here in Louisville, Kentucky, in front of 19,200 people. Sold out crowd here at the Freedom Hall. And now, a match that some people were clamoring for. In the comments, they were always asking, come on, we need this match. Chad versus Hogan. I kept hearing, I kept seeing it, so I booked it. It's Chad Collier and Horace Hogan. Up next, Chad, a dream match, people would say. Chad versus Hogan, the 2 icons of our business. European Championship on the line. Who do you got here?
I got Chad Collier. The Rat Boy.
The king of conspiracies.
The king of the Rat City himself.
In an 84?
Yeah.
You out of your goddamn mind? Have a pretty decent match here, but Chad Collier, at the end of the day, he's one of the most talented wrestlers on the roster, and he gets the job done against Horace Hogan. And John predicts that correctly.
I do, yeah.
You got anything to say to Horace Hogan here, Chad?
Yeah, listen here. Maybe go back to the catering and eat a bunch of food.
Wow.
And maybe people will forget that this ever happened and you'll save you some embarrassment. And maybe this is finally it for the conspiracy against me.
All right. That's fair. That is fair.
I want to fight the real Hogan.
The next match here, Chad, why won't the Bashams love Christian is this one. The Bashams, for months, the Bashams were getting ready for their big title match against Bryan Danielson and Dean Malenko. Christian, with Edge on the sideline, kept trying to, weasel himself into the group, trying to give him tips, trying to just hang out with him, trying to take him out to dinner and all that shit. And the Bashams just kept rejecting him. Me in high school, Christian got rejected. And Christian took that into his own hands, and he beat down the Bashams.
Oh.
And why'd you get surprised?
Beat him down.
This is a history going into the match.
Yeah,
you knew they already.
I'm reacting to the video package, the hype package.
Did you? Okay, fair enough. And then Edge makes his return and sides with his friend Christian, even though Christian was trying to weasel himself into another group, another tag team. Edge still says he's my boy, and we're gonna beat down these Bashams for disrespecting and rejecting my boy. It's Edge and Christian, former tag team champions, against the Bashams, the future of the tag team division. Who do you got, Chad?
Oh, I've got Edge and Christian.
Chad's got Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
And in a decent match here in 83, the Edge and Christian, when Edge pulls out the dreaded missile drop kick, they're not kicking out of it, Chad. Edge gets the win here, and Chad gets another one on the card. He's now 2-1 here, Chad. Good for you.
Good for me. I'm the best.
Yes, but you are, because the best match of the night so far is you versus Horace Hogan.
Damn right.
That's gross to say. And it probably won't get better after this because an impromptu match is happening up next. We saw what happened on Monday Night Raw, where Chyna was about to relinquish the Women's Championship before Toshi Uematsu came out, said, "Don't do it. We all have something to prove against you because you're unbeatable. No, you need to stay in this division so we have something to prove to ourselves that we can beat you." And then Chyna powerbombed her. So now we have
that match
up next. Can Toshi finally get it done? She's 0-2 against Chyna. With the belt on the line, it's Toshi, it's Chyna. Chad.
Chyna will win.
Chyna will win. Chad says Chad. And in one of the better matches of the night in 84, Chyna does get it done and defeats Toshi Uematsu in 15:30 with a powerbomb, making this defense number 6 of the WWE Women's title. And then, she grabs a microphone, Chad, and she grabs a trash can. No, she doesn't grab a trash can. She just gives the belt to the referee, and she has officially relinquished the Women's Championship, which only can mean she's going to go for the Men's Championships now, Chad.
Oh, you stay away from Chad Collier. You stay away from Chad Collier. The conspiracy lives on if I have to wrestle a woman.
Ooh.
That's just what my heel character says. I have no problem wrestling Chyna. She could probably kick my ass. But that's my heel persona.
This album is called The Wrestling God vs. the Big Game Ice Pick Hunter. It's a JBL and Ace Steel. JBL, months, years of being the laughingstock, not only in the locker room, but behind the microphone. As I called him the biggest bust of the year 2 straight years in a row at the Slammies because I kept trying to push him and he just couldn't get over. He's finally getting over, and he's taking on a man that from day one in this roster is a man to be scared of. The Big Game Hunter, a man that's been taking out everyone. He's been pushed to the side a little bit because of injuries and stuff like that, but he is back, fully healthy, taking on Jibble. Who you got, Chad? You got the Big Game Hunter, you got the Wrestling God.
I got JBL. I think JBL wins. I think he needs to win more.
He needs to win more, and in a 90, he does just that because, Ace Steel, a 91.
Right, yeah.
JBL hits the big power bomb and shows why he's the Wrestling God, and you need to bow down to the ones above you. JBL gets it done. Chad now 4-1. A 90 is not what I thought. This pay-per-view was going to be bad, and there has not been a match under 82 tonight.
There we go.
That being said, it could all change right here. because we got a tag team match right now. They got 100 on the promo wheel, fucking for sure not to get 100 in the ring. You know, this was supposed to be Bryan Danielson versus Dean Malenko taking on John Berger and Lance Cade. I know what I said. I said Danielson versus Malenko. It's fuck you. I put these two on the tag team champions on the pre-show a couple weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, and Bryan Danielson decided, fuck it, tore his ACL.
Fuck it, I'm gonna tear my ACL. That'll teach you.
There are some conspiracies going on because there was a bidding war between me and you, WCW, that he manually tore his ACL to scare WCW off.
It would not have worked. I would have signed him anyway.
But the conspiracies
would not have worked.
are there.
I would have signed him anyway.
The conspiracies are there. Is that true?
Yes.
We don't know. No, not you. That he tore his ACL himself.
Made him the GM of Thunder.
Regardless, he re-signs with us. And due to a long-standing rule in WWE in the WWE rule book backstage, that's always in Stamford, Connecticut, at the headquarters, Raw Tag Team Champions can freebird the belts. Only Raw, not SmackDown.
Oh,
you gotta read the rule book here, Chad.
okay. Hopefully, no SmackDown tag teams.
I remember in a WWE season mode, there's you win a match against Shelton Benjamin for the IC belt, and then Eric Bischoff comes out and he's like, due to a long-standing rule, title matches decided on a cage on the third Sunday in September are invalid. So I have to relinquish the belt now. And we're like, what the fuck? Bryan Danielson is not the champion anymore. It's Nick Gage. Now you're asking yourself, John Berger, Lance Cade, what are they doing here? We haven't really seen anything about them. Well, they're the newest members of Double J Records. And the big key, the big reward, the big icing on the cake to signing with Double J Records is the signing bonus.
Yeah.
The $1 million signing bonus. And so far, every signing bonus, both of them, have been title matches. Jeff Jarrett pulled some strings backstage. The signing bonus, world title matches. Now, without Nick Gage not being with the original match, this is a foregone conclusion. You know, you wouldn't put money on Berger and Cade to win against Malenko and Dean, or Bryan Danielson and Dean. But now that Nick Gage is in the cards here,
yeah,
and not a great wrestler, not really the gel as a tag team isn't there like Danielson and Malenko, and Jeff Jarrett coming out to be by the side of Berger and Cade. Who do you got now, Chase?
I was going to go with Gage and Malenko, but Jeff Jarrett being ringside, I'm going to go Berger Cade.
Berger Cade. Well, Jeff Jarrett, the signing bonus so far are 0-2. Can Berger Cade get the job done, be the first members of Double J Records to cash in on that signing bonus and win the title match? No, they can't.
No, they can't. All right.
No, this match, yeah, 75. No one got above 50 besides Dean. Yeah. I miss you, Danielson. I miss you a lot. Dean carried this fucking match. Lance Cade almost rolled up Nick Gage, by the way. He almost got it done, but Nick Gage
stabbed him in the head with the fork.
No, he kicked out real quick, and Dean Malenko's like, you gotta get over here. And Dean Malenko basically carried this match on his back.
Got it.
We move on, Chad.
Double J Records sucks.
Jeff Jarrett's pretty good, though. He beat John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena, yeah. Jeff Jarrett's great. He needs to look at better employees.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Jericho and Angle against Psychosis and Mark Henry, Chad.
Yeah.
The co-main event tonight. We know these two work so well together.
Yeah.
Don't listen to what the game says.
Yeah, they're on point.
Angle and Jericho, the last time they were in the ring together, it was a triple threat match last month at the pay-per-view where Angle won the interim World Heavyweight Championship. And then Psychosis and Mark Henry came out a couple weeks later, started beating down Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho's made the save. Why would Chris Jericho make the save? We have no idea. We have not found that out tonight. Will we find out tonight? Will we find out Monday? Will we ever find out? Who knows? But we got a big tag team match here. BMD, Jericho and Angle, tag team match. Who do you got?
I got Jericho and Angle.
I don't. They do win. Oh, a 97. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa. Hey!
Oh, it's a good thing. That balanced out the bad chemistry.
Psychosis was 70. Banger of a match. Kurt Angle tapping out Psychosis with an ankle lock here, Chad. A huge match. Pull the curtains back. When I booked this the first time, I had Psychosis winning.
Yeah.
But then I decided I can't have my fucking world champion lose.
That's kind of why I went with it. I said, I don't. Jericho's still pretty new, and Angle just won the
I'm
belt.
not worried about Jericho taking a pin. It was more of, you can't have your world champion lose. I don't care if it's tag team action.
Yeah, that's kind of where I thought with it.
You just had Suzuki lose in tag team.
That's different. You didn't take the pin. That's not a pay-per-view.
That's fair. Well, I would have, yeah. That's still, doesn't matter. Angle and Jericho get the job done. Yeah, we'll have to find out what the next storyline in this, where this goes from here. But we move on to our main event now. The last man standing. The story of the man who just won't die. Sean Morley. A young prospect back in 1999. He was in WWE doing his thing. And then money talked. And he went to WCW and he thought, the future. They gave me a lot of money. Maybe they see something in me. And they put him in a tag team where they wouldn't say his name. They called him Redacted. They called him the Job Squad. They called him nothing. He went 4-30 in 1 year. And he said, you know what? This is enough. This is enough. I'm going back home. And he goes back to WWE and he comes back and he's already, he calls out a man, They put him with Triple H. He's already in a program with Hunter. And they have a great match. They have a great match at Backlash and you just can't get it done. And Morley he's just a pest. He's just a mosquito, and he's just flying around Triple H's aura. And they fight again, They fight at Battleground. And Triple H gets it done again, and he's putting the hurt down on Sean Morley. We saw week 1 of this month where he just fucking hurts him. Week 2, he fucking hits him throws him through the windshield. Week 3, bloodied him, and Sean Morley just kept getting up. A title shot to the head. Over and over again, Sean Morley just would not die, and that leads us here to our main event, the last man standing match. Chad, who do you got?
I really want it to be Sean Morley. Let's get it, baby.
Let's get it. Well, they have a fucking absolute clinic. They're beating the shit out of each other, Chad. But the finish, we'll just skip to the finish, right, Chad?
Okay.
We'll just skip to the finish. Sean Morley whips Triple H into the ropes, hits him with a spine buster, right?
Yeah.
Hits him with a spine buster. Boom, bing, boom, brings him back up. And then Triple H pokes Sean Morley in the eye. Last ditch effort, because he's just trying to figure something out. He's like, poke Sean Morley. He's like, fuck. And then Triple H pushes Sean Morley. He goes into the corner and knocks out the referee.
Oh, no.
The referee is knocked out. Sean Morley gets to his senses, hits Triple H with a pedigree, and he's out. And the fans are chanting, 1, 2, and they count to 10, but the referee's still out. The fans are cheering. Sean Morley should have won this match. He's bloodied. Everyone's bloodied. The referee bloodied for no reason. He bladed himself. Ric Flair's bloodied. He's not even here tonight.
But he is.
And he's trying to get up the ref. He's trying to pick up the ref. He finally gets the ref up, the referee, and they turn around and Triple H is somewhat to his knees, and he low blows Sean Morley.
Damn.
And the crowd goes, boo, boo. Triple H, his title's in the corner. He goes, picks up his title. He hits Sean Morley one more time. You can't even recognize the IC belt anymore because it's lathered in Sean Morley's blood and plasma and mucus, and it's disgusting. And Triple H picks up Sean Morley, puts his head under his knees. He's going for the pedigree. He flips off the crowd, who is now just irate, and he pedigrees Sean Morley onto the IC belt. And the referee starts counting 6, 7, 8. And Sean Morley, you can tell he's got a little bit in him. And Triple H just stomps him, picks him up again, hits him with another pedigree, and that he gets counted to 10, and that's it. Sean Morley he had it, but he couldn't do it. Yeah. A pedigree. Sean Morley loses. Triple H, defense number 6 of your Intercontinental Championship. And that is your show, Chad. That is No Mercy, a 96.
Damn.
better than what I thought
better than
tonight.
I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a 92.
Sean Morley just couldn't get it done. The old classic ref bump to get the heel some more heat. Gave him a good run, though, Chad. Gave him a good run. And speaking of giving him a good run, Bash at the Beach is up next. Can Chad give me a good run? The door's open for his first pay-per-view win of the year. I think he can do it with Bret Hart and Benoit, if that's the main. Mm-hmm. And if it's not, you better change it right now, brother. We'll see you for Bash at the Beach live, Miami, Florida.
All right, we are here at Bash at the Beach, Justin. We got like 28, 29 segments.
I don't know. Why are you asking me?
I think so. That's what we got.
You booked
big
it.
show. I wasn't asking. I was saying we got 28, 29 segments. We got a big show. But Justin,
ran it in goddamn Miami last year too.
I did. Yeah, home of Bash at the Beach. There's a big beach in Miami.
Do we run it back at American Airlines Arena then?
Well, too late. I've already ran. I'm not doing it. I've already no. All right, fine. We are good.
All right. Well, Chad's running this in a 70,000 people arena.
To be fair, this is looked as a slightly this is above average pay-per-view, so above average importance.
So this is your second biggest one of the year.
But anyway, here's what happened at last year's Bash at the Beach. We got Sid Vicious defeating Hardcore Holly. Mm-hmm. Davey Boy won a Battle Royal to win the WCW 24/7 title. Benoit defeated Minoru Suzuki to retain the U.S. United States Heavyweight title.
99 and open.
Both world champions opened last year.
That's fair.
China defeated Beth Phoenix. Too Cool defeated Lodi and Shark Boy.
Oh.
Debbie Malenko defeated Queen Charmel to win the WCW Women's title.
Okay.
I think that was her first women's title. Shelton Benjamin defeated Ken Anderson.
Tough enough.
Yep, tough enough. Jeff Hardy defeated Stardust to win the WCW World Television Championship. Mm-hmm. Juventud defeated AJ to win the Cruiserweight title.
Okay.
Ahmed, Monty Brown, and Big Daddy V defeated Bret Hart and the Outsiders.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Monty Brown beating Bret.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Mighty have fallen, Monty Brown.
Owen and Raven defeated Vader and Ken Shamrock by DQ.
Okay.
And now they're facing each other in a Hell in a Cell.
That's true. A lot of gimmicks here tonight.
Samoa Joe defeated Steven Regal to retain the WCW Universal title.
I didn't realize. I now am realizing how many gimmicks are here tonight.
Of quite a few. Shawn Michaels defeated Rey Mysterio to win the WCW World Heavyweight title. And
5-way match.
And then Matt Hardy,
What the
Abyss,
fuck?
Goldberg, Chris Candido,
What
and
the
Shane Helms
hell?
defeated Rob Van Dam, Mick Foley, Canyon, Bubba Ray, and Devon. I don't know, to be honest with you.
And then Hogan Stallone.
Yeah.
Was that Team Hogan versus Team Stallone?
That has to be it. That has to be it. I just don't know why I don't know, but that's okay.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
We need to go back and watch that episode.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should. But okay, don't look. We're going to jump right in. I've got the picture up on my phone, so that way I can...
Not for long, you don't.
Yeah, I got the picture right here on my phone. All right, so we start off with a big Bash at the Beach panel. We got Hulk Hogan, Jeremy Borash, Paul Heyman, Sable, Bobby Eaton wearing a Juventud shirt. Don West, Mean Gene, and Dave Meltzer are here to break down all the action and get us ready for the big pay-per-view. And then, Justin, with that, we're going to have our first match of the night, Devon Dudley versus Scott Hall.
This is opening?
Yes.
Pre-show?
No.
Oh. All right.
Who do you got?
You didn't even sell out this arena.
That's okay. It's a big arena. Who do you got?
Fucking. Devon? Why the fuck would Scott Hall win?
And it is the match. Devon Dudley defeats Scott Hall in 13:29 with a Dudley death drop. So... that is that. And then, Justin, we've got the 5-on-5 Tough Enough tag team match. Now, the winning team is safe from elimination this month. You've got the
Next
Thunder...
month, technically.
Yeah, technically. Do you got the Thunder rookies or the Nitro rookies?
I don't know.
No? You don't know?
You're not randomizing it anymore. I've lost love in it.
Well, and about that subpar wrestling announced in the crowd heat, Sean O'Hare, Matt Sydal, Austin Aries, and Cole Cabana, and the Giant Singh defeated Nick Dinsmore, Christian York, TJ Wilson, Stretch Major, and Kevin Steen when Matt Sydal pinned Christian York with a double helix.
Yeah, I just don't have the love and passion.
So, and Stretch Major had a bicep rip.
Yeah,
so that's
know.
sick. So, yep, there's that. So this means, Justin, that Team Thunder are in jeopardy of being eliminated.
No, they're not. They won.
I misspoke. You are correct. Team...
No, they didn't. You're right. They will.
Yeah, I was going to say, no, I was right. Yeah.
I don't know why they're on the left. It's throwing me off.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. So we are here now. We got the the Wild Boys. You know, they're here. Chuck Palumbo's in the back doing something. But we got Chase.
What the fuck's Chuck not here?
I forgot to put him in.
What are you
But we got Chase Tatum, Dave Bautista, and Ken Anderson. They're talking to some honeys. And Chase Tatum's got two girls in one arm, and Ken says, "Remember when you were on a dating show?" And then everybody laughed, and then through the crowd of pretty women, out comes Daphne, who looks over at Chase Tatum and yells, "I've been at that house every week, waiting to chase Tatum, and everyone left." And she like runs at Chase Tatum, who like, because she's down bad. She went on a date with Chase, and then he ghosted her. The women run away because this crazy woman's chasing after them, and they go, "Well, that was weird." And then out of nowhere, a man attacks them from behind. It's Hulk Hogan, who's back and wants some payback, and he's fighting him off. But of course, the numbers game is a little too much because it's a 3-on-1. So yeah. But Hulk Hogan, he's here. And perfect. And now we go to our next match, Justin. We got the Masters of Disguise versus the World's Greatest Tag Team.
I don't know.
You don't know. Well, you would care to take a guess.
World's Greatest Tag Team. They were the only reason they had because they were gonna have the title match anyway. So just fucking give it to them.
And in a decent match, World's Greatest Tag Team defeat the Masters of Disguise in 12:47.
I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, Billy Kidman distracted Low D, and that's pretty much what did it. The World's Greatest Tag Team proved that they are indeed that when they win the tag team titles.
Yeah.
That is huge, and they have been on a big winning streak. They were going to face the Hardys, but things change.
I guess.
But Justin, we've got our second Devon Dudley match of the night. Devon Dudley versus Kevin Nash.
Oh, I don't give a fuck, Devon.
You are correct. It is indeed Devon Dudley taking on Kevin Nash with a Dudley Death Drop, though. One of the most dangerous moves in wrestling, apparently. It's finishing off everybody.
I just wish you had your phone screen the whole time on just for this. It bothers me that you take 3 seconds to.
That's okay.
Boost. I know. It's just my bother.
That's fair. It's like a little pet peeve.
Yeah, it's like my.
That's fair.
Like ADHD. I'm like, well, come on, just keep it rolling.
We've got our women's match: Minami Toyota versus Trish Stratus. This rivalry hasn't really been that. It's been pretty respectful. They've only went face to face once. But the tail of the tape is a competitive matchup. It should be a competitive contest. Justin, who do you have?
Well, realistically, it should be Toyota because Trish technically is not a good wrestler at this point. But I think it's gonna be Trish because there's no point of ruining having this title reign cut short already. For sure, I can see that. And you're correct because Trish Stratus defeats Minami Toyota in 952 with the Stratus faction. Fucking carried this.
And makes defense number 3 of the WCW.
This is Dean Malenko-esque out of Toyota. Deserves better.
It does indeed, but you know what? Tough. Trish Stratus wins.
Enough.
We are we cut to backstage. Hulk Hogan's being checked out by medical team. He's pushing him away. He says, "I don't need to be checked out by a doctor. Chase Tatum, brother, let me tell you something. You were my friend. I took you under my wing. I mentored you. We were the immortal gentlemen, and you betrayed me, brother. And you know what? I know I don't have much left in my career. I know I'm winding down, but I will not rest, brother, until I get my revenge. So, Chase Tatum, Dave Bautista, Chuck Palumbo, Ken Anderson, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother?" And Justin, that brings us to our next big match. You see, the FBI have been getting some payback because Mills, Muertes, and Abyss attacked their friends.
Don't even ask me.
And challenged them to a tag team match. You're going with the FBI?
Don't even disrespect me by asking this question.
And it is a match: Abyss and Mil Muertes defeats Johnny Stamboli and Tony Mamaluke.
Why? What have Stamboli and Mamaluke done to give me any belief they had even a fucking rat's piss sniff in this match?
A rat's piss sniff.
They didn't do anything. They got beat up 3 weeks in a row and said, "You know what? Let's do it again." And they got their ass kicked.
Let's do it again.
You didn't give them a sneaky win. You didn't give them some comeuppance against them. Stamboli didn't hit Muertes once. It was a beat down.
Next segment.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Shaquille O'Neal is here. He struggled going off script, but that's okay. He's, of course, the host of Bash at the Beach.
I didn't know that.
He welcomes he says hello to everybody.
Halfway through the show.
He says, I hope you're enjoying the show.
They're booing him because they're in Miami.
He says we got even more to do today. We got a lot more to come, and Big Show shows
That's
up.
why you should have had it in L.A., but...
Yeah, well, oh well. Big Show shows up, and again, the two are talking some shit to each other. Big Show, you know, he literally makes the joke. He says, Shaq, we're not in L.A. No one cares about what you have to say.
No, Show came out in a fucking Alonzo Mourning Heat jersey is what he did to get the pop.
And Shaquille and Big Show says, listen, I don't think these people came to see Shaq talk. I think they came here to see Shaq fight.
No,
so why don't
didn't.
you get in the ring and I'll show you who the real best athlete is. And Shaq says, listen, Big Show, I'm not going to fight you tonight. I'm the host. I got to take my host job very seriously. But I do know somebody who wants to fight
some
you.
other opponents.
And we go into Samoa Joe versus the Big Show. And about that Super Wrestling Great Heat, Samoa Joe defeats the Big Show in 12-11 with an Avalanche Island driver. Shaquille O'Neal big booted the Big Show.
This is forced months of Big Show fighting either Benoit or fucking Samoa Joe. And I'm kind of sick of it.
Well, maybe it won't happen again for a while. Who knows?
God, I hope it does. That's Big Show is my only complaint about this show.
We are backstage. Kidman has AJ Styles and Suzuki, both his champions, and he says, listen, you two, I know for a fact that you're both going to retain these belts and bring them back to the Council of Kidman and show each and every one of these people why you are the best champions. And he looks over at AJ and he says, or else.
Ooh, what's the or else?
What is
we probably won't find out. They probably both will win.
What is the or else? Only time will tell, but I'll tell you what, Justin, we got our next match. We got Devon Dudley versus Perry Saturn.
Just that next segment.
And in about that good and decent wrestling, Devon Dudley defeated Perry Saturn in 1443 with a Dudley Death Drop. That means, Justin, Devon Dudley will face CM Punk later in the night.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's not really, but I've seen it before.
After the match, Bubba and Devon and Stacy Keibler, you know, they're all in the ring, they're giving Devon a pep talk. He's like, you got this, buddy. You got this, brother. And they're hugging. He's hugging Stacy. Stacy gives him a big kiss right on the lips. You know, Devon, he's... Yes, go ahead.
If Punk and crew were smarter, they would have had those matches back to back to back.
You would think that. That does make sense.
A la Chase Tatum against the Gentleman's Club when the exact angle happened where you fought 3 times to fight Booker T at the pay-per-view.
Fair.
But
not a bad idea, but unfortunately that's not how.
I'm not. Billy Kidman doesn't give a shit about what Punk thinks. I'm the goddamn Booker. Said
Speaking of Billy Kidman, we've got a triple threat match for the Cruiserweight Champion. You're picking Styles. All right. And then about that Super Wrestling Great Heat, Rey Mysterio defeats Matt Hardy and AJ Styles when Rey pinned Matt Hardy with a springboard hurricanrana, and Rey wins the Cruiserweight Championship.
I was picking Styles because I don't want to see Rey in the Cruiserweight division right now.
Well,
that's why I picked Styles.
That's fair, but
Rey should be main eventing pay-per-view.
That's fair, but alas, he just won the Cruiserweight Championship by pinning Matt Hardy. It's a good thing Matt he did not take the pin. Okay, well, it's a good thing Matt was in this match to take the pin.
Yeah, what was the plan beforehand?
He was gonna go fight. Well, he was gonna go team with Jeff.
No,
it was gonna. So actually, a little behind the curtain, I originally had Rey and Lodi teaming to take on AJ and Kidman tonight. Was gonna be the match originally, but then the tag team championships got stripped, so I had to rework that. So
why not Homicide?
Because AJ screwed Rey out of the belt, so. Back a couple months ago. So, and the very first part of this month, Rey and Lodi said they were working together. Okay. They want to watch those backs. But regardless, that is that. And now let's see where we at. We are here. We are at this next segment. We are at the Waffle House Brawl, Hoovitude and Steven Regal. You're going Hoovy. Yeah. Interesting. And then about that Super Wrestling Great Heat, Hoovitude defeated Steven Regal with a Dragon Suplex.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
Got them face turn. You're not gonna have the face lose already.
He hit some.
Why's Bobby Eaton with him all of a sudden?
He hit him.
I know that's back in the day, but that was. Oh, the fuck's he wearing a...
They're longtime friends, even though Juventud hit him in the head with a ring bell.
I would not be friends with a man that did that.
A few years ago.
Sorry.
Listen, maybe he forgot it happened because he was hit so hard in the head with the ring bell.
Old Southern boys don't forget.
We never forget. Our next segment, of course, CM Punk taking on Devon Dudley.
One of the ones I don't know who's
for the
gonna
television championship.
I don't know. I'm gonna pick CM Punk. I think 4 matches is just too much for Devon Dudley. And the continue of losing every pay-per-view in a title match, I want that to continue for Devon Dudley. I got it.
So here's what happens.
Ooh, we got an actual fucking match here.
Here's what happens. The match of Devon is exhausted, as you said. He literally is gassed, but he keeps fighting and he won't stay down. No matter what CM Punk throws at him, Devon just won't kick out. He keeps kicking out over, and eventually CM Punk gets frustrated and he looks down the ramp and says, "Get out here!" And at this point, the Society come out. And the ref is distracted by the Society as CM Punk takes a steel chair and waffles Devon Dudley in the back with it. And then
Waffles was the prior match.
Oh, sorry, yes. Slugs him in the back with it. Devon Dudley falls to the ground. And again, CM Punk goes for the cover. 1, 2, Devon kicks out. CM Punk cannot believe it. The referee, he's screaming at the referee. The referee's like, "Hey, what are you talking about?" And then Devon's getting back up to try to get to CM Punk, and he accidentally knocks the referee down as the Society run in, and it's the numbers game. They're attacking Devon. They're beating him down. All of a sudden, Bubba Ray Dudley comes in with a steel chair, and he's fighting people off. Bah, 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 bah. That's a big brawl. The Dudley boys, they 3D Perry Saturn. It's madness everywhere. Eventually, Devon Dudley is going to go get the pin. 1, 2, CM Punk kicks out as the ref is coming to. This is insane. Eventually, the violence sprawls to the outside. Bubba's just with a steel chair taking on the Society, who are slowly starting to retreat back. CM Punk is pissed. He's like, "Where are you guys going? There's one guy with a chair. What are you doing?" And Stacy and Devon Dudley, he's like crawling back up. He's got blood running down his face. He's beaten. He's battered. He looks over at Stacy Keibler, his love. Stacy Keibler, she looks at him, remembers the nice warm kiss she gave him earlier in the day. She grabs his face with her arm and then slaps him right in the face. Devon Dudley is like, "What?" And CM Punk hits him with a GTS. 1, 2, 3.
Should technically be a disqualification.
The ref was distracted by all the chaos outside.
More?
Yeah, it was chaos.
Fire this referee.
It was overbooked, but CM Punk makes defense number 7 of the WCW World Television title. Devon Dudley is like stunned. He doesn't know what's going on. Stacy, he's just looking at Stacy like, what the hell? Bubba Ray comes back. He's like also confused. He's like, "Stacy, what?" He's like looking like he's got the steel chair in his hand still, and he's just confused. Devon Dudley, he doesn't know what to do, and then all of a sudden, Bubba Ray Dudley smiles, winks, hits Devon Dudley in the head with a chair. He falls down as Bubba Ray and Stacy Keibler make out and embrace passionately.
Okay, I don't like the incest angle here.
Incest angle?
They're
What
brothers!
incest angles?
They're brothers!
He stole his brother's girl.
You're right, Eskimo brothers.
Yeah, he stole his brother's girl. I was like, Eskimo. I was like, incest? What are you talking about? But yeah, Bubba Ray, he looked, and he just looks over at Devon, and he just says, "You're not getting the title, and you're not getting the girl, Devon." As Bubba Ray, with his girl in arm, walk back to the ring as Devon just lays there. Justin, what has happened to Devon Dudley and the Bubba Ray?
You better give me a cool down match after that. You better not go high action. You better not give me Suzuki now, brother.
I'll tell you what. We got Suzuki and Shamrock next.
I need to cool down, brother.
Well, don't worry. You can cool down to this match because I forgot to ask you who won.
No, come on. You think I was going to guess Shamrock? Suzuki hasn't been great as of late, but
in a superb match, Minoru Suzuki defeats Ken Shamrock in 1846 by pinfall, and Suzuki makes defense number 1 of the WCW Universal.
Imagine they do
Champion.
the Rumble and they do the Bloodline match, and then they give you
And then they're like, now here's the pitch black Mountain Dew match.
That's what you do. But you gave me Seth and Styles 30-minute Iron Man after.
That's okay. We're going to be able to settle down on this next angle, on this next spot, I promise. Billy Kidman and Minoru Suzuki celebrate in the ring.
They kiss?
No, they do not kiss. Next up, Justin, we've got Raven versus Owen Hart in a Hell in a Cell match.
See, this would just kill the crowd if we had that still on. Because the crowd would just be like, I'm gassed at this point. I don't know. I honestly do not know.
You don't know?
Win this win. I have no idea. I'll go Raven just because he's the face, but it could go either way.
Could go either way. There's reasons for both. And in About the Head, great wrestling and good heat. Raven defeats Owen Hart in a Hell in a Cell match in 1955 with a pile driver.
Yeah.
We also had Sting running and attack Raven. Yeah, it's because I couldn't use the actual Cell match, so I had to make a Hell in a Cell match. So that's why it sucked. It was already a pre-made one. I think one of us made one already, so I just used that. But yeah, it sucked. It was a bummer. I should have just did a singles match, but I said a Cell match, and I gave my word on a Cell match. So
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. We've got Shawn Michaels versus Rob Van Dam in a ladder match, Justin.
Just gimmick on gimmick, brother. This would be too much for a crowd.
Well, good thing it's not too much for this crowd. They're loving it.
We turned it off, to be honest. We turned that setting off 'cause I didn't want to deal with it.
Michaels RVD in a ladder match. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go. Fuck me. Sean won he won the beat the clock challenge.
Yes.
He kicked him with
I beat him in the first match.
Yeah, I know that. So I mean, why would Rob win again? But Rob got kicked in the mouth, so you think you'd get his comeuppance back. But maybe Shawn Michaels has got a trick up his sleeve. Maybe he is a ladder match specialist. Maybe Kip James is going to come out. Maybe
We haven't seen Kip James in
we haven't seen Kip James in a little bit. What about Roadhead? I'm gonna go RVD.
Rob Van Dam. Justin says the whole effing show. And in About That sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, Rob Van Dam does indeed defeat Shawn Michaels in a ladder match in 1836.
You can make it a pinfall.
A ladder match?
Yeah.
Hey,
You can set the finish.
Oh. Well, no, he retrieved the item.
What was the item?
It was the barbed wire shoes that Shawn Michaels originally.
Stupid.
Next segment, we've got Chris Benoit and
not
Bret
the main?
Hart. This is the main event. This is the
You
main
just
event.
said next segment.
Sorry.
Okay.
The main event time. Bret Hart and Chris Benoit, the rematch.
Benoit.
Well, that's not a bad call. Let's see if
the
you're
world title,
right.
right?
It's for the world title and the U.S. title.
Benoit.
And About That had sensational wrestling and fantastic heat. Chris Benoit defeats Bret Hart in 1932 by submission, and Chris Benoit makes defense number 1 of the WCW World Heavyweight title, and Chris Benoit makes defense number 31 of the WCW US belt.
That's the show.
And that's
97.
the show. We got 96.
Yeah, didn't lose.
We tied. We tied.
I have not lost.
Justin, what'd you think of A Bash at the Beach?
Fuck Big Show. Everything else was good. That Big Show's pissed me off at this point. How you have just given him 2 guys for 6 months, over and over. Like you don't have 130 guys on your goddamn
I'm pretty sure he
roster.
also wrestled Taz at one point. But yeah, that was Bash at the Beach, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Justin, we've done 4 seasons of this show, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of my favorite pay-per-views I've booked.
Yeah.
I really do. I've had...
Look, I sparked a little fucking fire in you.
So yes, with some stuff, like Hoovy was a complete, like, you know what? I'm tired. But like some stuff, like the Dudley split I've had set for a while, and like the whole Kidman storyline in general I've had set for a while. So it's nice to see these things starting to come into effect.
I meant just having some in you.
Yeah.
Finally having the fire in your heart about booking this shit.
No, this was very, very fun, and I'm looking forward to
Nitro,
what
we're going to get a
happens.
triple threat match to determine the next Benoit challenge.
No, get ready, because we're going to have a...
RVD, Shawn Michaels, and
Get ready
Big Show.
for Samoa Joe versus Big Show for the number 1 contendership.
Against Benoit.
Against Benoit. I'm going to make a speech.
Show's foes. I don't, yeah.
We're gonna give
Rick
We're
Martel.
gonna give Rudy Charles
The man that had a
hug.
bump.
We're gonna give Rudy.
That's it. That's it.
We're gonna give Rudy Charles a hug. Goodbye, guys.